Hello guys, I'm Warpedmore, and today is the second in the series. It's the second episode in the Slayer series, Battle of the Beast. So today we're going to be reviewing, probably, if not the most visually striking beast in RuneScape, called the Jungle Strykewyrm. For you, of those of you who don't know, it is a bright green. You can see it on the screen behind you. It's bright green with like purpley kind of gills type things. Obviously not gills, they're on land, but kind of you get the point. You can see it yourselves. Anyway, guys, so the plan is, for those of you who don't know, is that I'll go through various aspects that make these beasts either good or crap Slayer tasks. So today, so they'll be reviewed by the Beast Scale, Warpedmore's Beast Scale, which is basically 5 out of 5. So yeah, so let's talk about the stats of Jungle Strykewyrm and other stuff that's related to them. So they are located north of mobilizing armies, and they're located underground until examined. And then you do a little stomp animation to get them out the ground. They can only be killed as a Slayer task, and if you're not in a Slayer task, they cannot be attacked. So, it has 1100 HP and is also immune to poison. They give 110 Slayer XP per kill and 440 and 147 constituency. So that's 440 combat XP in whatever you do. They're level 110 and they have 4 different attacks. The 4 attacks are: one, a magic attack. It looks purple, and it is purple and it explodes on impact, or it looks like it explodes on impact. They have a fairly weak and inaccurate melee attack, which poisons. A cloud attack that poisons and causes slight damage on attack. So when you do get attacked with it, you get slight damage. Um, and last of all, a special attack that digs underground. So the Jungle Strykewyrm digs underground. It then pops up underneath your feet, pushing you back and causing 300 life points damage. And this also poisons. The thing with this attack is that it can be easily evaded by either when the Jungle Strykewyrm goes underground. It can be, you could just move to the side and it will dig up where you were. Or you can stand in front of an object like a tree or some rocks, and that will just stop the attack altogether, and the Jungle Strykewyrm won't do that to you. So, the weaknesses of Jungle Strykewyrm are stab and range, though they have fairly low defense and attack, so you can use a whip, a sidearm sword, any sort of weapon really, as most weapons are very effective, though they are quite resistant to magic, so magic's probably the only one you won't use there. So that's enough of the stats, guys. The next thing we're going to look at is, the questions. So, are they fast Slayer XP? They are fairly quick tasks, and they have fairly low defense points, and also fairly low HP, given that they're 110 combat and have average Slayer XP. So that's 3 out of 3 stars. They're not a bad task. They're reasonably quick. They're not the quickest though. So 3 out of 5 stars. Are they profitable? Yes, they are. I mean, the infantry you use, or even the army you need to use, won't cost you a lot, and they do have a lot of stackable drops, so you don't have to go rebanking. You can stay there for one trip, and so yeah. So you should make about 100 to 200k per trip, so that's okay. Well, per Slayer task, so that's pretty good. The most notable stackable is probably Papillon fruits, as you get about 8 of them, and they're about a k each or a bit more, about 2k each maybe. So they do add up. So the difficulty, they are very easy considering their combat level. But the only thing that you have to be careful of is their special move. which can pack a real punch, 300 life points and poison. But again, this is easily avoidable by standing at a rock or a tree, or just moving when it attacks. And the poison, that because most of the attacks, if not all of them, have can poison you. Just bring super anti-poisons and you'll be fine. So 4 out of 5 stars, just because they're so easy, and that's kind of the task that you want. Are they AFKable? No, they're not. One, you have to click on the ground to kind of stomp on them to get them above ground so you can attack them. They die fairly quickly, so yeah, not very AFKable at all. And as well as you've got to avoid that underground move, that special move, which can pack a punch. So not AFKable. So 1 out of 5 stars, as then you cannot AFK them at all. So can you do it in one trip efficiently? So can you do a whole Slayer task in one trip? Hell yes. They don't hit high at all, so you won't need much food. You can bring a bunyip for additional healing, or an Excalibur. Or, if you have none of them, if you don't have 68 summoning, or you don't have all the tasks done for the enhanced Excalibur, then what you can do is just bring a fishing rod and feathers, as there is a very, very close fishing spot by, I mean, it's within 5 meters, if you imagine that, 5 squares, of all the Jungle Strykewyrms. And there's trees right by as well, so you can cook your own food as long as you have the high enough fishing levels to fish there. The charm rate drop. The charm a rate drop. They drop around drop charms around 75% of the time. The only problem is that these are usually greens or golds, not usually prisms or blues. So they're 3 out of 5. They're not great, but they're not poor. You do get the charms. So, are there any requirements? Yes, they are. There is, and the main one, well, the only one, is 73 Slayer, which is quite a high requirement for a really easy monster. I doubt you find a Slayer monster as high requirement as this. That's this easy. So yeah, so that's 3 out of 5 stars, as there is a Slayer requirement. Are they available in Kuradale Dungeon? No, only north of mobilizing armies. So guys, that makes it 22 out of 35 stars, which gives it 3 stars altogether, which makes it an okay task. I enjoy this just because they're visually striking, and you have to pay attention. I don't like a lot of tasks that you have to AFK, but AFK is good if you want to do Kuradales, like if you want to get high Slayer levels without any kind of effort. Anyway, so that puts it just below the dragon. And if you have a look at the table, which I'll be putting up every week, you can see where it comes. And obviously, this is second in the series, so it's second so far. I hope you enjoyed this series, guys, and I look forward to making a new Slayer series, episode soon. Not quite sure what it is yet. It's a surprise to me. So yeah, have a nice one, guys. And I have got 75 Slayer now, so I have got Kuradale. So hopefully I can bring you some of Kuradale only Slayer tasks, or show you Kuradale like Slayer tasks in Kuradale Dungeon. So have a nice one, guys. Happy Runescaping.